Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your
Hi, guys.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Welcome
everyone.
back to Significant Lovers.
Welcome.
We are your hosts. My name is Mel.
And I'm Kel.
And I'm Caitlin. Welcome to this episode of Significant Lovers. We are a true love podcast hosted by cousins and best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Kelly are sisters, and we're cousins with Mel. I don't know if I need to go too in depth into
Yeah, it's awkward trying to describe we're cousins, but technically you two are sisters, but you're both cousins with me.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, it is. Mel is hosting today,
Yes.
is telling the story, and we'll have a little more chit-chat to get into, but just to kick it off, Mel, who are we talking about today?
This is a very fun episode for me. It's a couple that I am recently shipping, and I feel like there's a lot of people in the same boat. And this is Jenn Tran and Sasha Farber. Jenn Tran was the most recent Bachelorette, and she, not a spoiler, but she had a messy breakup with the man that she chose on The Bachelorette and ended up going on Dancing with the Stars, and it looks like she found love with her dance partner, Sasha Farber, who has been on Dancing with the Stars for the past decade or so. Very cute, budding relationship. This is very current. So by the time we record, by the time the episode airs, there might be new stuff that is out. But we're recording this on January 6th. So
Hopefully... What's not out is that they broke up or something like that. You know?
That would be awful.
I know.
But yeah, it could happen. So just keep that in mind, people. This is January 6th, 2024.
2025.
Oh, oops.
Kelly, you don't know what year we're
That always
in.
happens. What'd you say, Kate?
I said, you don't know what year we're in.
No, it's new. It's new.
It's the new year. Come on.
But yeah, before we get into the episode, I want to bring back our new favorite segment, our trivia segment. Once again, I have 3 questions.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to win this time.
All right, we'll see. I think
I'm going to win.
I think they get, well, actually my last one's kind of easy, I think, for me, but we'll see.
I always think they're hard, and then you guys get them so quickly.
I know.
Not always.
There's been so many episodes now though, so sometimes it's it gets harder and harder each episode.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay.
Can't remember everything.
I know. Question 1. Name the couple who used to affectionately refer to each other by the nicknames Johnny and Dolly, even though those names are not remotely similar to their real names.
Elvis Presley and... what is her name? The dancing
Anne
lady.
Margaret?
Yeah, Anne Margaret.
Actually, no, but wait, did they do that? Did they do that too?
They did that too, I thought.
They had nicknames, but I don't think those were the nicknames.
Yeah.
Well, her nickname was like her dog's name or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I thought for sure I had that. Okay.
I don't know.
I'm going to go out on a leg and say something crazy. I'm thinking Albert Einstein and his wife.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh my God. What?
I just thought that too, Kate. I know you won't believe me, but I was like, okay, after she answers, I'm going to say that.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it.
You got it.
Wow.
You got it. Okay,
Good
1
job,
point.
Kate.
1 point, Caitlin. Second question. Who said it? I couldn't not love him. I apprenticed myself to the best in him and bickered with the worst. And to top it off, we were the same size. I used to say to him, don't stand next to me at the party. People will think we are salt and pepper shakers.
I have never heard this.
Paul Simon and Carrie Fisher.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh.
Yay!
Wow.
All right.
Okay, we're tied.
They kind of do look like salt and pepper shakers.
Name the celebrity who allegedly first professed his love for his lover when, quote, chopping wood and yelling up at the moon.
Oh, James Taylor.
Yes. Okay. Also,
Crazy.
I have to say, maybe I'm just like an idiot, but when we recorded this episode, I was like, oh, he was chopping wood. I thought he was literally chopping wood outside.
Was he not?
No, I
What do
looked
you
it up.
mean?
Chopping wood is slang for masturbating.
Oh my gosh, are you
What?
kidding me?
I mean, maybe
Don't
it
tell
was.
me that.
I'm sure. Wait, but how do you know he meant it that way? What if he meant it literally?
I don't know, but like now that I think about it, what makes more sense? I mean, they're both kind of weird.
I thought she was like looking out the window.
No, he
and
said, I think he said, I'm going to go outside and chop wood. Or she used that expression that he went outside to chop wood, was looking up at the stars or the moon and
That's
yelled out.
so weird.
Please
Yeah.
let it be the literal definition. The other way is too
why-
crazy.
Why, when you're like in the presence of your lover, would you go outside to masturbate?
I don't know.
And she was just aware of that. Like he said, like, oh, he wanted to hook up, and she was like, I'm not in the mood, and so he was like, okay, I'm just gonna go outside.
It has to be actually chopping wood.
I'd have to reread the passage. Should I go get the book?
If you have it
If you
and you
want.
remember where.
Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, the chapter was referred to as chopping wood.
Chop in, like N.
Yeah,
Apostrophe.
Yes. Okay, I found the passage.
Okay, what's it say?
She said, when he returned to the house, he
Okay.
laid a few pieces of newly split wood. Okay, that sounds like real wood. into the Franklin stove and lit it on up.
That's real wood.
Okay,
No, that's
wait.
just the situation he needs in
But
order
wait,
to,
let's
you
see,
know.
Let's see if it's a play on words, though. She said once he got the fire going, he closed the stove's glass doors and turned out all but one small lump near our pull-out bed. Before retiring, he went back upstairs to check how Kate was faring. I think that's his sister. The way I saw it, the night James had seized that moment, protected his sister, had a catharsis, and in a fit of love-crazed wood chopping, sung my name up to the moon. Oh. You know what? It sounds like that maybe didn't even happen, but she said that's how she imagined it.
Oh my,
my
gosh.
goodness.
All right. Well, nonetheless, Kelly got the points for that.
Yay!
No,
I
didn't
won.
Caitlin say that?
Yeah, I said it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait. Who got that? Caitlin got it?
Me. I got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was Kelly for a sec. I'm sorry.
Caitlin won.
No fair.
Congrats.
I can't believe this. So that didn't even happen.
Yeah, what, Mel?
She said the way I saw it. So I think she imagined it. Uh-oh. False information.
Got false information in the episode. Okay. Well, I want to thank some of our new patrons over on the Patreon for bonus episodes.
Thank you.
They will have gotten our last episode, and they will get our next episode, and many, many, many others, which you're not getting if you're not in the club. So come
Join the
and
club.
join us. Okay. So just want to thank Andrea
Thank you.
or Andrea, Emily, Charlotte, Bronte, Lola, M, Miranda, Fiona, Emma, Maddie, Avery, Kim, North by Claro, Iris, Francisca, and Maddie.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yay!
Was Charlotte and Bronte two different people, or was it Charlotte Bronte?
It was
It's two different people.
Oh my gosh.
You know, that is weird. Charlotte, Bronte.
Wait, and weirdly, Emily came before that.
Wow.
Whoa,
It was-
wait, what the heck? That's spooky!
It was-
it was all the same day.
Literally, Emily signed up, then Charlotte, then Bronte.
Whoa,
Whoa.
this is weird. Okay, also, wait a sec. Are they like associated together? Is this a prank or something? Because I don't know if I should say this, but I'll just say one of the last names on it is Rockcliffe. It's like Heathcliff.
Maybe that's just like,
This is getting weird.
I don't know. That's crazy.
But they all seem to use a different currency, though.
True.
Wow.
I'm scared. Well, I think that those are all of our announcements, right?
I think
Yes.
so.
Okay. We're ready to get into the episode.
All right.
Well, Mel, how would you describe this couple in 3 words?
I would say serendipitous,
Ooh.
flirty,
Mm.
and healing.
Nice.
Oh.
All
Wow,
positives.
sounds good.
Yeah, I've just been so unexpectedly invested in this couple. I did watch Dancing with the Stars this season. I'm not someone who watches the Bachelor, Bachelorette franchise. I know, Caitlin, you tune in sometimes.
Yes.
But I feel like I'm always tapped into what's going on in the show. It's always pretty heavily on my social media pages or in the news. And I just feel like I always know what happens without watching it. But
Same with me.
I used to watch Dancing with the Stars more regularly, but not so much anymore. Although now I'm just getting back into it because I feel like it's kind of mindless, but it's fun, and I really like seeing what everybody comes up with on the show. But I will say Dancing with the Stars has led to many couples over the years, at least 20, but probably more.
Whoa.
Whoa.
20's a lot.
I know, it's crazy.
That's
Many
more than the Bachelor franchise.
Seriously. No, most of them are not together, but a lot of them actually are. What's interesting about the show is a lot of the dancers date each other, the pro dancers. They're all in relationships with other dancers. It's almost like a reality show in itself. But then sometimes they date their celebrity partner. And in a TikTok by former pro dancer Cheryl Burke, she was doing a Q&A, and she said that most of the time in a showmance, with the celebrity couple and the professional dancer, the celebrity is the one that falls in love first because they're in a vulnerable position doing something out of their comfort zone. She said,
Interesting.
you go on this emotional roller coaster when taking part in such an intense show, and the person you're with 7 days a week is none other than your pro dancer. Even some of the celebrities who have joined the show haven't shown that type of vulnerability to their intimate partners. I do think that the producers definitely encourage the showmances, though, obviously for ratings. I think...
Is it apparent on the show?
There have been past seasons, I was looking into this, there were past seasons where before they do their dance, they have a whole package where they talk about what their dance is going to be for the week. And it's intense music playing, and the partners tell each other they have feelings for each other, and then they kiss, and it's what is this? It's really...
Whoa.
It seems kind of fake, but you can also understand why some couples might play into it, because it's like the Hunger Games. The more people care about you at home, the further you go in the show.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
Oh, do people at home vote?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of like American Idol.
Oh, I've never watched it.
They do take into account judges' scores, unlike American Idol. They combine the scores with the votes from home. But the more popular you are
That's
on the
good.
show with fans, the further you'll go.
I kind of prefer that because I do think sometimes the fans just get it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that there's kind of checks and balances.
Yeah. Because sometimes
Yeah.
somebody could be really popular, but then also a horrible dancer. And it's what are you doing in the finale? And you can hardly move. You're 2 left feet,
Yeah, that happens on the show for sure. I think it happened this past season. Alona Mar, she's the Olympic rugby player who is so lovable and huge on social media, and she did have a huge transformation on the show. She got a lot better week to week, but she still probably wasn't one of the better dancers, but she made it to the finale, the top 2, even though
Oh my gosh.
her dance wasn't on par with some of the other dancers.
Yeah, that's kind of upsetting.
But I also was excited for this episode because back in college, I spent several weeks writing this really in-depth research paper for a class that was about the history of dance, all about how dance scientifically helps people to fall in love. And I wish I found the paper. I was going through my Google Drive. I even tried to log into like my college portal to find it, but I couldn't find it. But I just remember I remember reading all this stuff about like what happens when two people are dancing together. And like obviously it goes back to like even like mating dances.
Yeah.
But basically when you're dancing with someone, like you are releasing the same chemicals that you release during childbirth and during sex. Oxytocin, that's the hormone that bonds people.
I've heard that. And that's cool. Like, I don't think we've really talked much about dance.
No.
But that is a big part of romance. I mean, not all relationships, but I feel like especially in history.
It's definitely a big part. I mean, even at weddings, they have the big deal about the first dance, you know?
Yeah.
True. Oh, I gotta say, my friend Emily's wedding to Brian over the summer, their dance together was amazing. They had like actually seemingly learned how to do some kind of ballroom dance together, and it was like choreographed.
I love that.
And then they went into like a funny dance, but it was choreographed too. And I was just so impressed, and I loved it. I was freaking out, and I don't know, that's all I have to say, but I just love to see people dancing that actually like put the work in and can do it.
I think that's actually like a wedding must.
Exactly. I agree.
Zach's sister did that too, and his dad, not together, obviously. They both got married last year. Zach's, my boyfriend, Zach, his sister got married, and his dad also got married last year. And they both respectively took dance lessons, ballroom dance lessons, and it made a huge difference. And also, I think it's a nice thing if you're about to get married to bond with your partner.
Yeah.
It's super romantic. It's a nice hobby to do together. And plus, you're like looking into each other's eyes. It's super intimate. And I think like with Dancing with the Stars, you know, as mentioned, the contestants are in a super vulnerable place because not only are they dancing, which they might not have any experience, but they're on live TV, which is exhilarating.
True.
And
Plus, week to week, I feel like they're always trying to make them super emotional and trying to dredge up feelings.
How do they do that?
About things. Like, they'll have like themes per week, and they'll be like, what got you into this mindset? Or like, pick someone that is your hero. So then you'll be talking about like your dad who passed away, or
literally
your grandma. So then during their
gosh.
packages, they'll have to like discuss it with their dance partner, these really intimate details, and talk about their family and open up about their emotions. So they're really trying to get them emotional.
Yeah, you're literally like letting it all out on the show. And they work like crazy. I came across this article. It's about The Bachelor, but it kind of connects. It's called This is the Bachelorette's Scientific Formula to Make Couples Fall in Love. And basically, it's written by this writer named Marika Kazimierska. And she explains how on The Bachelorette, the contestants go on many high-intensity dates, like skydiving or bungee jumping, and that releases adrenaline that mimics the feeling of falling in love. And she quotes this psychologist named Dr. Diana Kirshner, who says, if a person is frightened and literally clinging to a protector a night, they actually have the experience of being saved by this person. Certainly, it's not going to make for lasting love, which is a whole other ball of wax, but at the moment you are bonded together and will associate a scary turned pleasurable high and relief and excitement with the other person.
Wow.
And I feel like that can definitely apply in this situation, although I guess the question is dancing, can that create everlasting love?
I don't know. Guess we'll find out.
I know, I guess we will.
Anyway, so who are we talking about? So Sasha Farber, his real name is actually Alexander. He was born...
Is he Russian?
He's Russian. Yeah. He was born May 9th, 1984 in Belarus, Soviet Union. But when he was just 2 years old, his family moved to Australia to escape the Chernobyl nuclear disaster.
Wow.
Oh my God. Sorry, I guess I should say Belarusian.
Yes. I think he refers to himself as Russian, though. Or at least
Okay.
he did move to Australia when he was super, super young.
So does he have an Australian accent?
Kind of, yeah. I would
okay.
say so. His
Wow.
dad is Michael. His mom is Bella, and he has a younger sister. I don't
Mike
know
and
her
Bella?
name. Yeah.
Oh, what, Twilight?
Yeah, I don't know. Just another Twilight reference.
Yeah. I don't know what his parents...
If Bella ended up with Mike.
I know. I'm not sure what his parents did for work, but they lived in a predominantly Eastern European suburb of Sydney. And apparently he was inspired to begin dance lessons in order to prepare for his bar mitzvah and thought it would be a good way to meet girls as a 13-year-old boy. So he started
Cute.
taking I know, so cute. He started taking ballroom classes under the supervision of a Russian dance teacher named Marta Khan in what has been described as a very Russian learning environment with very rigorous and strict training. So not a lot of them, but on Dancing with the Stars, there's like this class of professional dancers that come from Eastern Europe, or some professional dancers that come from Utah randomly. But a lot of them come from the same dancing schools.
That is random.
Well, Russia has like the best ballet
True.
and the best ballet house.
Yeah.
Their dancing methods are, I mean, they're probably not like the most ethical a lot of the times with the instructors, but they do make for great dancers.
Yeah.
And gymnasts.
Yeah. Yeah. They are strict.
Anything with leotards, they're really good at.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Skating, too, right?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so when he was 17, Sasha won the Australian Latin Youth Championship and was the Australian dancer at the World Latin Championship and also danced in the Olympic closing ceremony. So
Whoa.
Wow.
he's making his way up. When he was 21, he joined the Australian version of Dancing with the Stars as a professional dancer. And then in 2011, he moved to the US, where he began as a troupe member on Dancing with the Stars. So basically, like, they have a troupe where you're not like partnered with a celebrity, but you still dance in group dances. And then in 2013, he was promoted to a full-time cast member.
Nice.
Wow.
And while he was on Dancing with the Stars, Sasha began dating fellow professional dancer Emma Slater. They dated for about 4 years, and then in 2016, after performing a very romantic routine together, he actually got down on one knee and proposed to her live on the air.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So they're both
romantic.
pro dancers on the show.
Yes. Yeah, they both are. So they got married in 2018, and they even shared, I think, 2 dogs together. However, they separated in 2022 after 4 years of marriage. And after about 2 years later, after separating, they officially got divorced in May 2024. So only
so
just last
recent.
year. But their divorce has seemed super amicable, and they seem very friendly. Like, they both still work on the show as professional dancers. In August 2023, Emma went on the Nick Viall podcast, and she claimed that they're still a family, but explained that they both were just in 2 different places and couldn't agree when to have kids. She said, "It's really the kid thing. It's interesting because I do want to have kids. I just don't want to delay Sasha's path in having kids because I know that he is ready for that. I don't want to talk about him too much because that's really for him to say, but it's about kids." She added, "So that's been the real friction and a real hard part. It had nothing to do with him. He's always been very much himself. It's me that's found it difficult to understand why I'm feeling different."
Wow. How old
Yeah.
are they?
He is in his later 30s, and so is she, actually.
Okay.
Which I don't want to say I don't believe. Like, this has come up a couple times on the podcast. And
Yeah, this is the
Oh,
third
yeah.
time I think this is.
yeah. But like, she's,
You keeping track?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about it. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just kind of interesting because I feel like when wanting to be sensitive to everyone's situations, but it makes more sense to me when the genders are reversed in this situation. If a woman is like, I want to have kids now, and a guy's like, I'm not sure. But like in this situation, well, they broke up like 4 years ago, and he still doesn't have kids,
True.
you know?
Yeah.
It's just a huge gamble that if she wants to have kids too, what's 4 years? But I don't know. It's not really my place to say.
I know.
Yeah, because at least like when Ian Somerhalder supposedly broke up with Nina Dobrev about wanting kids, he very instantly got married and had kids.
And also they were in different age groups, whereas Sasha and Emma are very close in age. And now Sasha is dating Jenn Tran, supposedly, who's in her 20s. I think she's 26 or 27. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I know. We do hear that explanation a lot. Yeah, I think you're right. Like the Ian Somerhalder thing maybe was true, but yeah, it's just a little weird.
It is
Can't be the
interesting
only reason
that she's very adamant about that fact.
Mm-hmm.
The
She's
ex-wife.
She's very open about it. And I will say, like I said, they seem very close still, but like not in even like a suspicious way. They really do come across like good old friends and coworkers. It's just so crazy to me, like for me personally, to wrap my brain around, because I'm just not like that. I am not good with compartmentalizing.
I know.
And being mature in that way. They were together for over 10 years. They shared a home. They shared 2 dogs together. And now they're just like totally pleasant, it seems. I don't know. Maybe they both have like the dream job for ballroom dancers. So they're like just willing to rise above it. But it's interesting.
Maybe they're just putting on a happy face. Maybe it's not as perfect as we think.
Maybe.
Yeah. I do wonder, this again, me speculating, but I wonder if Emma broke Sasha's heart a little bit, because she seems to go out of her way to praise him and often makes really nice comments on his Instagram posts. For example, this past October, someone made a TikTok video about how they were just getting into Dancing with the Stars for the first time and didn't understand why Sasha isn't one of the more notable dancers, since he seems so nice and charismatic and just a really great guy. And Emma commented on the TikTok and said, "No, you're right. He's amazing." So
That's odd.
That's weird. I know.
Yeah.
That's very weird to me. Like, if he's so amazing, why are you not together? So,
But apparently she's been, this is like what the tabloids say, she's been hooking up with or dating a different professional dancer on the show named Alan Bernstein.
What? Alan? I thought he was with somebody.
Oh my god. How do you know that?
I distantly know stuff about Dancing with the Stars. Well,
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I know. It almost feels like a little condescending when people do that. I don't know. Like he's this wounded puppy or something. Like he's amazing. I don't know.
yeah.
It would kind of, I mean, maybe he's all cool with it, but if my ex was doing that, I feel like I'd be a little annoyed.
Yeah, it would be hard.
Yeah.
But he does seem amazing. He strikes me as, these are some qualities I wrote down. He seems very professional, even-tempered, maybe a little saucy. He loves to take his shirt off a lot. He like is always ripping his shirt off. So maybe he's a little vain.
I could see that.
He's a dog lover. He seems kind. He seems disciplined, patient, mature, romantic.
Oh my god,
And-
just keeps going.
Wow. What a hunk.
And again,
And he dances.
these are not things that other people have said about him. This is what I think.
Oh my gosh.
And he rips his shirt off.
Yes, that is like not debatable. But anyways,
So Jacob.
who is Jenn Tran? By the way, she is Jenn with 2 N's.
Oh, we have a cousin like that.
Is that her
Hi, Jen.
full first name, or is it like Jennifer?
Oh, it is Jennifer.
Okay.
Another Jennifer.
Yeah.
Wow, so many.
Yeah.
That's like 5 now, right?
Yeah, we've done Jennifer
so.
Aniston, Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Gardner, Jennifer Lawrence, now Jennifer Tran.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like we're forgetting one too. But she was born November 24th, 1997 in Hillsdale, New Jersey. Her parents immigrated to the U.S. from Vietnam with her older brother before she was born. I'm not sure what her parents did for work, but unfortunately they had a really tough marriage. Her dad lived in the basement of their New Jersey home for almost 6 years until they officially got divorced in 2014 when Jenn was 16. On The Bachelor, she said, "I always felt so unwanted by my dad. Just like the whole family situation growing up, I never felt truly loved." She attended public public school in New Jersey where she played lacrosse and basketball, and then she did 2 years at the University of Pittsburgh before transferring to the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where she was a sorority girl. Meanwhile, at some point, her mom...
so regular.
I know. Well, she is. She is just a regular girl. At some point, her mom relocated to Boston, too. So she's kind of like a Boston girl.
Wow.
Then, after graduating, she lived in Miami and attended Barry University to become a physician assistant. And while in school, a casting director found Jenn's TikTok where she would post stuff like a day in the life as a PA school student or just talk about being in PA school. And the casting director reached out and encouraged her to interview for the show. And at first...
The Bachelor?
Yeah, The Bachelor. At first, she was really hesitant because she was almost done with school, but she did the interview just to see what would happen, almost not as a joke, but just, you know, why not? We'll see where it goes. And she was really on the fence the whole time, leaning towards no. But then the producers offered her a contract the same week that she describes what was a bad boating accident that she had gotten into, where she was just a split second away from dying. I forget what happened. Like, they hit something and she moved at just the right time, and she would have, like, I don't know if I should have written it down, whether she would have hit the rocks or something, but it was like a very lucky circumstance that she didn't get injured. And that made her realize that life is short, and she wasn't in a relationship, wasn't dating anyone. That was a point of her life that had been kind of stagnant.
Yeah.
So she was like, fuck it, I'm going to go on the show. And I feel like that kind of describes her. She seems like someone who does just like seize opportunities as they come to her. And so she was cast as a contestant on Joey Grazaday's season of the show.
Yeah.
And I wrote in my notes, ask Caitlin what Jenn was like on Joey's season, because like I said, I don't watch it, but I know, Caitlin, you watched Joey's season of The Bachelor.
Yes. So, well, I've been watching The Bachelor on and off for about 10 years, maybe more. And I used to be more consistent with it, but now I just watch a season here and there. Whenever I see that people are really hyping up one of the suitors, not the suitors, like the main person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there's like a name for
the lead.
The lead, yeah, the lead. And so I did tune in for Joey's season, even though I didn't watch the season that he was on. And Jenn, she's very sweet. She's very nice. She kind of seems to have a little bit of a bubbly personality. That's what I got. And she made it really far into the season, but she didn't have as much screen time, I would say, as many of the other contestants. I feel like you didn't get a whole lot of her/her personality. Like, you didn't really get to know too much about her. She would have those dates, you know, one-on-ones and group dates, and she'd be really sweet, and it seems like she had good chemistry with the lead, Joey. But it was very obvious from early on that there was like two front runners. Kind of three front runners. And so when it was the final four, Jenn was obviously kind of behind those other girls. So Jenn was nice and she was sweet, and it's obvious why Joey would have her in the final four, which I think is as far as she got, or maybe she got third. But it was obvious, I think, that also she wasn't his closest connection. But I understood why he would drag her along, because obviously she seems like a good time. Like, she seems really friendly, very fun. But again, you didn't like get a whole lot to her.
Yeah, he was into her as a person, but not.
Yeah,
they didn't
exactly
have real a connection or chemistry.
Yeah.
Did she say she was falling in love with him?
It seemed like she was. I mean, everybody seems like they were. Like, every season, they're always falling in love with the lead. And it seems like she did really like him, but I don't think it was really, truly, like, deep love or anything like that. I think there was the potential there, and it was definitely, like, a crush of sorts or really infatuation.
I have a question. I don't know if either of you would know this, but when they're casting the contestants for The Bachelor or The Bachelorettes, do they tell them who the Bachelor/Bachelorette is going to be and show a picture? Because, like, what if they're just not your type?
That happens. So a lot of the times when they're casting, they have a few leads in mind. By the time they have all the people chosen, they know who the lead is going to be and they tell them. And maybe some people drop out because they don't really necessarily like them. But a lot of the times people will go on this show and even still admit, oh, I wanted it to be this person who was the lead.
I mean, everybody's attractive, but I imagine some people show up and then they realize, like,
Well, this actually happened to Jenn, which Mel will probably go into.
Yeah, so during Joey's season, from my understanding, there was this contestant on the show named Maria who was really popular.
I loved Maria.
Yeah, everybody apparently loved Maria, men and women alike. Like, she was very funny. She just, like, didn't really fit into a box. Seems like she was, like, really confident. And when Joey actually ended it with her, she was like, okay, and just, like, went into the limo. She knew her worth, it seems.
Yeah.
Very striking eyebrows, too. And I think everyone thought that she was going to be the next Bachelorette.
Did. They thought it was going to be either her or another girl. Like, they were shoo-ins. Daisy. They thought it was going to be Maria or Daisy, and they were, like, shoo-ins to be the Bachelorette. So a lot of people purposefully signed up to be on the Bachelorette as contestants purposefully for either Daisy or Maria.
And then I think they both turned it down, and so then Jenn was cast as the Bachelorette. And I think a lot of the people who had applied were like, sure, we'll still go on it. And Jenn was announced on March 25th, 2024. So this is only last year, not even a year ago. And she would become the first Asian American woman in the lead role in the franchise history. So filming began on March 28th, 2024. And in that time, Jenn weeded through 25 different men until deciding on one and getting engaged on May 26th. So literally less than 2 months after filming began, she gets engaged.
Wow.
I know.
Crazy.
So fast. I feel like they have a very, like, expedited production process, too.
Very.
That's a show you really cannot, with Survivor going from 49 days to 26, you cannot do that with The Bachelor.
Well, they tried to do that.
No, that'd be awful. They did?
They did. They had a show, I think it was called The Proposal. I watched it. It was only one season. And you got engaged in one night.
Oh, gosh.
That's ridiculous.
So stupid. That should be considered fraud at that point.
What do people think marriage is? Like, what the heck is this?
I think people are just so desperate for love. I don't know.
Maybe.
So the man she chose was named Devin Strader, and he was described as a very hardworking 28-year-old business owner. And they were secretly engaged for a couple months after filming. However, during the finale in September of 2024, the producers made Jenn tearfully reveal to the live audience that Devin had pulled away after the filming had wrapped, and that he told her that he didn't love her anymore and he regretted ever getting engaged, and called off their engagement.
Oh my gosh.
And right after this, the producers made Jenn reunite with Devin and watch their proposal back together.
Oh my goodness.
And this poor girl looks absolutely distraught. Like, she's crying, she's heaving, like she can like barely catch her breath. And when she confronted Devin, she talked about how phony he was on the show and about how immediately after breaking up with her, he then was clubbing with that girl, Maria, from
oh my god,
the season, the one that everyone thought was going to be the Bachelorette.
Clubbing with Maria?
Isn't it also especially dubious or something? Well, not dubious, but crazy, because normally, even on the Bachelorette seasons, the man still proposes to the woman, but on this season, she proposed to him.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought she just picked him and he proposed.
No, she proposed to him.
Oh.
I know it's like all power to women, feminism, like yeah, do whatever you want. I think that's great if a woman proposes to a man, and stereotypes are stupid, but I don't know, for some reason that seems sad to me.
I would never be able to do it.
It's like it's in our
it's
just like in our culture, at least for like heterosexual relationships. I don't know. I know it's probably stupid, but it just doesn't feel right.
Well, I think it would be one thing for him to propose and then turn around and be like, actually, no. But it just seems like maybe she proposed and he didn't want to say no,
Probably, yeah, because
which
on
just
TV.
makes it just makes it a whole other level.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't talk about it. I mean, maybe they do, but like they have opportunities to have these dates where they don't say like, okay, like before the final rose ceremony, hey, if I pick you, what do you want to happen? Maybe they do talk about it. I just think it's so awful because here she is on this show. She had 25 men to go through, like all these opportunities to weed down. She obviously rejects some really great guys because she has to pick one person, and the person she picks just kind of pulls away immediately and is like, I didn't really want this. I didn't think I was going to win. And it's like, okay, if you weren't serious about it, back out on your own. Like maybe there was someone else that you could have picked.
Because people are doing it for the wrong reasons, I think.
That's what they always say on the show.
Really?
Yeah. People always get in fights because they're like, you're not here for the right reason.
So do they not have to get engaged at the end? They can just pick? Why does it seem like they always get engaged?
They don't have to, but a lot of the times they do.
I feel like, I don't know, I haven't watched it enough. I feel like wasn't always the expectation, but now because it happens every season, people probably think like, oh gosh, there's something wrong if I don't get engaged by the end of the show.
Everybody else does it. It's too fast.
Way too fast.
We just talked about this.
I know.
Golden Bachelor.
It was later revealed that Devin's ex from 2017 had a restraining order against him, and that he was previously arrested for violating the restraining order and breaking into her home, posing questions of how he even passed a background check to be on the show. So I do think she dodged a bullet, even though it sucked in the moment. And I would describe her as having a very youthful, goofy energy, which I think Caitlin kind of touched on this. I think it might make some people not take her as seriously, or maybe people tend to underestimate her. But she is very beautiful, very disciplined, motivated, spontaneous. She seems very resilient and positive. As Caitlin said, bubbly and cheerful. But I think, very hardworking too.
Nice.
But so anyways, where our story begins, really. That finale episode aired of The Bachelorette, and a lot of fans who had invested their energy into the show all season were pissed off. You watch it every single week, you're like, who's she gonna pick? Who's she gonna pick? And then you see that it ends this way, you're like, what the fuck? You're so mad. And
they were disappointing.
So upset about how Jen's breakup was handled by the producers and how it wasn't delicate and she was forced to watch the proposal. So the producers are hearing this online and they're like, yeah, this is really bad. And so after the finale, Jenn Tran is crying in her dressing room, and ABC producers approach her and tell her that she can be on the next season of Dancing with the Stars if she can make it to the airport in 45 minutes.
Jesus.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that last minute.
At this point, the upcoming season's cast has already been determined, and all the other cast members are already on their way to New York to appear on Good Morning America the next morning for the official announcement. So they say, if you can make it...
That's nuts.
Yep. They say, if you can make it to Good Morning America, you can be on the season. So meanwhile, Sasha is at home and he's feeling kind of bummed because he was told that he wouldn't have a partner this season and that he would just be on the troupe. And there was just no one that was a good fit for him, apparently. And then his phone rings and he receives a call from the executive producer who says, Sasha, you have a flight in 45 minutes. I found you a partner. It's going to be Jenn Tran and you need to get to the airport right now. And he claims that he ran through the airport sweating, just barely made his flight. Like, they apparently didn't even have his ticket at first. Like, he really just made it by, like, a minute to spare.
Why do I low-key have chills? I
know.
Crazy.
And while sitting on the flight, he receives a tap on his shoulder. And then Jenn says, Sasha? And he goes, Jenn? And that's how they met on the plane.
Wow.
That's so cute.
So they took a red-eye flight together, changed their clothes, and then went straight to Good Morning America to announce that they'd be on the show.
Wow.
I can't believe she went from crying in her dressing room. I can't believe she said yes. That's just crazy.
Yeah,
like, I would be like, I need some time to myself.
I know.
That's also crazy that you can go from a pro one season to just being in the troupe the next.
I know, yeah, like a demotion. But I mean, it makes sense, like, if they don't have the right amount of celebrities. I don't know what the ratio is for, like, men to women, too, but, like, they promote some troupe members, and I think things kind of rotate. But that's what I mean, though, about how she seems so spontaneous. Like, here she is in PA school, like, she's almost done with school, and then she gets this opportunity to go on The Bachelor. She goes, then from there she gets the opportunity to go on The Bachelorette, and she says, sure, I'll do it. And then from there, Dancing with the Stars. And this is all, like, in the span of a year in her life.
Wow.
It's
Crazy.
just so crazy. At first, it seems like they're just normal dance partners. During the performance nights, a contestant from Jenn's Bachelorette season named Jonathan, who had actually made it to the top 3 when she was on the show, he attends the tapings or the live performances to show his support. And fans online are wondering if maybe she's dating Jonathan.
Interesting. That's nice of him.
Yeah. Well, some people think maybe he was clout chasing because, you know, they film him in the audience.
Never mind. I take it back.
Complete 180.
At one point, Sasha and Jenn are being interviewed on the red carpet with their arms around each other's shoulders. And the interviewer mentions that Jonathan recently revealed that if Jenn asked him on a date, he would say yes. And then to that, Sasha gleefully says to Jenn, there you go. Then Jenn responds and says that Jonathan is a great friend and that he has been a great support system while she's living in LA temporarily. She says, but that right now her heart is not up to dating anyone, but she's excited to see where the friendship might go. And at this time, there's actually a different showmance on the show happening between model Brooks Nader and pro dancer Gleb Shavinko. And that's getting most of the attention. But Brooks and Gleb, their showmance is coming across as super superficial and forced. And they're proving very unlikable with audiences. And they're actually voted out in the 3rd episode.
Wow.
That's kind of a showmance that it seems kind of obvious it's fake. Or maybe they really are hooking up, but they're really playing into it in a way that's not really connecting with people. So...
Cool.
I will
Glad people saw through it.
Yeah. It does seem on the show that Jenn is really busting her ass. She's really putting in a lot of work. And her dances are really good. And she's posting a lot on social media. On September 25th, she posted a TikTok of Sasha handing her flowers to congratulate her for a great performance. And when he hands them to her, he says, you deserve this, baby.
Baby!
I know. Is that just like a cheeky phrase, though? And then
Could be.
they're spending a lot of time together. October 18th, Sasha posts a TikTok of him taking Jenn to a Russian restaurant to get her to try Russian food for the first time. Then, October 23rd, people online start to speculate that maybe something more is happening when the cast is being interviewed and Sasha's hands are on Jenn's hips. He pulls them away, and then she turns around and grabs his hands and puts them back on her hips.
Whoa.
Interesting.
On that same day, Jenn revealed in an interview that she had to miss the Taylor Swift concert for rehearsals so that Sasha actually bought her tickets to go see Taylor Swift in Vancouver once the season is over.
Wow. That's a big gift.
I know. That's expensive. And also probably hard to get.
Yeah, it's very pricey. And he bought a ticket for himself to go with her.
Wow, so how much time has passed so far? Like, how long have they known each other?
They've known each other now for about a month.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
They keep in TikTok videos referring to each other at this point as honey and baby, but it's unclear if it's just a playful banter. October 29th, Jenn and Sasha are both eliminated from the competition.
Aww.
And they're very bummed. Jenn is interviewed and she says, "We spent the last 7 weeks attached at the hip. I can't even imagine a life without Sasha at this point, and I didn't even know him 7 weeks ago." And she seems very emotional, and it's a shame because they really were great dancers on the show. They were one of the better duos, but I think because Joey, the former Bachelor, was also on this season, which is kind of funny because, like, he's like her ex, but not really because, you know, he was dating many girls at once. But I think
that is so weird.
They were kind of splitting the votes with the Bachelor fans. So
yeah, and even though it's unfortunate, he was definitely way more popular of a lead than she was.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
And he ended up winning the whole competition.
Wow.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I feel like that's not one of those shows that people watch in hindsight.
I know.
But maybe I'm wrong.
And they already knew that.
Yeah. So when they were leaving, they were asked about dating rumors, and that's the clip I have for you guys.
We love seeing you guys online, cooking together, hanging out, going to Taylor Swift concert. I didn't forget about that. Many are saying, you two should just date, and I'm here for it. You two should just date. What's up with that? How are we going to date?
Take it away.
Listen, I live a very private life.
I know where you live.
And I didn't want any of this to be... I wanted her journey to be purely about dance. It wasn't about her showmanship. Yeah, we have amazing chemistry, and that's, you know, you could see that through our dancing, and I'm really proud of her. And yeah, that's... Yeah.
So we're shutting down those rumors. We're shutting it down. That's it.
Yeah, we just shut those down. Yeah,
Shut them down.
We really shut those down.
They shut it down?
Yeah, we shut down those rumors. Shut it down.
But I feel like the way she said it was kind of sarcastic, right?
A little bit, because she was kind of making fun of him in a way. Mm-hmm. But it still was like, oh, no, we're not dating type, you know.
Yeah. But after the show ends, they keep hanging out all the time, and they're constantly posting TikToks at Sasha's house, dancing together. And fans start to pick up on the fact that it appears like Jenn is actually staying at his house. Then on November 9th, they both attend the Wicked premiere and pose together on the red carpet. And they are interviewed and once again asked if they are dating. And Jenn smiles and says, "What?" Then she looks at Sasha and says, "Honey, take it away." And he says, "We are just here to watch an amazing movie, Wicked." And Jenn laughs and says, "What happened to the dancing?" So I think like referencing that interview you guys just watched where he says, it's just about the dancing.
She keeps giving it to him to answer.
Yeah. Then on November 12th, someone commented on Jenn's ex, Devin, the one that dumped her. And they wrote, "Jenn found a great guy whose name is Sasha." And then Devin commented and said, "That's a girl's name."
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh. And
so
then,
immature.
Yeah. And actually, this guy Devin is awful. I saw that just this week. He was at a club and he got bottle service. And you know how the girls come out sometimes with a sign that like says something like usually it's like happy birthday or something. I think the sign said Jenn ain't it.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. And you'd have to like request
so
that.
Immature.
Yeah. And he broke up with her. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
so
also,
attention-seeking.
I forgot to mention this before, but when, he was seen clubbing with Maria or something, Maria later posted that she didn't know him and didn't want to be dragged into this. She hadn't been at the club with him. Like, she doesn't really know who he even is.
Yeah, poor Maria.
Oh, really? That wasn't even true?
No, but he was kind of like fueling that rumor.
I do kind of get the vibe, though, that Bachelor Nation or whatever is similar to Survivor. Like, you know, we're a little connected to the Survivor community now.
I think we need to explain that to people. I don't think we've ever said that on the show.
No.
Yeah. Their sister, my cousin Shannon, her boyfriend was on the latest season of Survivor, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if anyone watched it, Andy is kind of our brother-in-law.
Yep.
And he was like the main character of the season.
He was
wanted to bring
the
this
main character.
Yeah. I wanted to bring this up, and it has nothing to do with significant lovers. You know, he didn't get on the show because of us or anything. No, it's purely a coincidence. But I wanted to bring it up because I feel like we had a weird experience recently where it felt like significant lovers happened to us or like to our family. Not really, but like people online were just like talking about Shannon and piecing together stuff. Like someone made a post about Andy and his wife/girlfriend on New Year's Eve, and it was a video of them kissing, and it was on Reddit, and people in the comments were like, he has a girlfriend or he's married, and then someone responded and said like they live together. In one video she was in the background, and she like people
She
are like paying
referenced
attention
that they live together in one video on her Instagram. Yeah. Crazy.
So weird. Like, that's my sister. So now we've been victims to our own, well, not us, Shannon, but
So funny.
our own creepiness.
I guess if we did an episode on them, we would have a lot of inside information.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'd have way more information.
Would we?
Yeah, I think we know some things that what we think we don't. Anyways,
but I kind of feel like the Bachelor Nation is similar to the Survivor community, that once you're an alum, they all hang out together and like know each other and go to events together. I wonder if they have viewing parties the same way Survivor does.
I think they do.
maybe,
Kind of seems like it.
probably.
So Devin made that comment, Sasha is a girl's name, and then Sasha posted to his story and said, the name Sasha is short for Alexander. And he added, you know who else had that name? Alexander the Great! Exclamation point, exclamation point. Like,
Oh my gosh.
So wholesome.
I know. Very wholesome. I feel like this is just kind of like a little too immature for him, all this Devin stuff.
I know it's spelled differently, but Sasha Baron Cohen.
Yes. Our second Sasha. So November 13th, Sasha actually posted an Instagram of him and Jenn making people question if this was a hard launch of their relationship or if they're just trolling people who think they're dating. And that's the first picture I sent you guys.
Okay, so
I remember seeing
looks
this.
like they're at the beach. But they're in jackets, and she has her arms around his neck, and they're smiling. Oh, it looks like it's a selfie that he's taking. They're both smiling a lot, and the caption is, days like this make everything better.
Cute.
He posted it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lots of exclamation marks.
I know. What? That's like 4. Wait, 1.
Days like this make
Yeah.
everything better. That's cute. That's really cute.
And it's-
She's so cute also.
I know. She's very beautiful. So then it's November 19th, and Sasha choreographed an opening number for the Dancing with the Stars episode, and Jenn posted a TikTok of the dance. And there was this meme at this point going around on TikTok that was like, someone would write something on their screen as if it was, let's say they would show like just your room, and then you would write something on the screen that would say, as a veterinarian, I think dogs need 10 treats a day. And then it would like accidentally flip and you would see that the dog was the one writing it or something. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah.
It's like someone is trying to anonymously post something as somebody
Yes.
else, but then it's revealed because the camera accidentally flips
Yes.
that
Yes.
it's like, I saw one that was Taylor Lautner saying like, I don't know, Edward sucks, or I forget what he said, but then it showed that it was him doing it.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
But he is
yes.
posting it, so you always know it's him. It's
Yeah.
just a joke.
But
Yeah,
the
it's
person,
a
the
trend.
person, yeah, the person acts flustered, like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to flip it around. Like, and it was just a funny thing. So she wrote on the screen, whoever choreographed this opening is the hottest and most talented pro ever and should still be dancing in the semifinals. But then she flipped it around and it was her face, like pretending to act like she didn't mean to write it, you know?
cute.
Yeah, that's hard to. Sometimes those memes like that are really hard to explain.
I know, you really have to explain them.
It's a good exercise.
Yeah, I know. It takes something funny and makes it really not funny.
Literally.
I know, and I'm like, darn, it seems kind of stupid. It is cute, though.
But interesting, she called him hot. And even though Jenn is voted off the show, she still keeps attending all of the live performances.
Nice.
So it's November 24th. It's her 27th birthday. And later on, not that day, but later on, she posts a vlog of that day, which includes her waking up to balloons all over the floor in Sasha's house.
Waking up at his house.
Then she and Sasha go to the farmer's market together, and he buys her flowers before they go to the dance studio to rehearse a dance for the finale. So even though she's voted out, they make a return for the finale just for fun. And in the vlog, there's actually a cute shot of a big disco ball at the studio, and it's in the shape of a heart, but it looks like there's a broken heart, but then it's taped over, and then Jenn points to it and says, "That's mine," which I thought was cute. Then November 26th, the day of the finale, Sasha posts another sweet Instagram, and again, people are like, wait, so is this confirmation? Are they together? And that's the second picture.
I'm looking at it.
So she again has her hands around his neck, and they're leaned together.
Their heads are together.
But it's not a selfie. It's like a professional photo.
It kind of looks like a hotel room.
Yeah, they're posing in a hotel
Looks like
room.
a projector
sorts.
screen, actually.
Yeah, it kind of does.
The closer I look.
No, I think that's a shade.
Maybe it's a curtain.
It's a shade. Yes.
Never mind.
But they
It's
set up the
shade.
phone to take the photo, and they're away from it posing. Their faces are right next to each other.
Her torso is like faced towards him.
Yeah. Well, the caption is, "Can't believe it's the finale of Dancing with the Stars tonight." Lots of exclamation points again. "I didn't win the mirror ball, but I still feel like I won." Lots of exclamation points again. Aww.
I love his use of exclamation points.
know.
Yeah. But that feels very confirming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still feel like I won.
Yeah.
And I think what's really telling is that other professional dancers and contestants on the show commented sharing their support, including from Sasha's ex-wife, Emma, who comments, she comments 3 blushing heart emojis and then just writes, "Love, period."
Okay, that's kind of a weird comment, but
That reminds me of somebody. Ruby Rose?
Yes. Yeah, I forget what it was. She commented something on her ex's post in a new relationship.
I forget what to, but it was kind of odd.
It was odd because she was clearly
Like she wouldn't stop.
She was still clearly like upset about the breakup. And I think Jessica responded, and didn't she say like, "I've told you to stop contacting me"?
oh my god.
Yikes!
Yeah.
Imagine if he responded to his ex.
I told you to stop contacting me.
Oh my god!
I mean, I guess it's nice, but I don't know.
It's just
Yeah.
crazy because no matter how civil you are in a relationship, what post of your ex posting about their new relationship would ever have you going blushing face emoji?
Yeah, that's why I feel like there has to be something more to the breakup, because not to project, we don't know these people. Again, I hate to assume, but it
yeah.
almost seems like she's overcompensating, and it makes me wonder, like, does she have some sense of guilt that she's like,
I think so.
I hope you find, obviously, it's nice to want your ex to find someone
maybe.
and to be happy, especially if you broke up with them, but it just kind of feels maybe she's like desperately wants him to find happiness because she feels bad about the way it ended.
That's like the only explanation I feel like for the behavior.
Yeah. They literally were together for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and they got married.
Married. He proposed on air, on live television.
And they haven't even been divorced for that long.
No, less than a year.
True.
Yeah, and less than a year later, you're doing blushing face emojis on their new partner's Instagram. Like, I don't know.
I mean, maybe she thinks, because at the same time they do work together, maybe she thinks Jenn would feel more comfortable if she just was totally supportive outwardly, make it so there's no tension. But it's still, it's just, I feel like she's doing too much. She seems like a very nice, I will say she seems very, very nice. Like, she is always paired with the dancers who are old, or the celebrities who are older and don't go as far. And she seems so patient and so kind. Yeah, so she seems like a very nice woman.
Yeah, I'm sure she is. I think I'd be more concerned with his ex being so supportive, though.
Me too. Is if, I don't know, she like has to put her seal on it or something.
Yeah.
She has to comment.
It's just, it's not necessary to comment. I could see liking it. Liking the post is...
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. To comment is...
We're way overanalyzing
I know.
this. But you know what, guys? Like, it's not just about them. It's like a universal thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
This is... We can all
If this
relate
happened
this.
to you, how would you
Making
feel?
the personal universal.
Yeah.
It's some... Yeah, or would I do this? I would hope not. I feel like I would only do it if I,
I would
felt...
hope not.
I feel like I would only do it if I felt like I had something to prove.
Yeah.
But anyways, in the finale, Jenn and Sasha did a very romantic, steamy dance together alongside the other showmans from the season, Gleb and Brooks. Like, they each had their turn to dance, and then at the end, they were all four on the stage together, and they danced to the song Reunited, and it feels so good. And in the scenes, like behind the scenes footage from rehearsals, there are shots of them holding hands before they walk on stage.
Cute.
Then November 28th, they spend Thanksgiving together at Alfonso Ribeiro's house, and he's the host of Dancing with the Stars, the co-host, and, you know, also known as Carlton on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He is apparently, every year he hosts many of the pros because they don't live near their family. And among the guests were Sasha and Jenn, and also Sasha's ex-wife Emma. So they all spent Thanksgiving together.
Wow.
Whoa.
And then
Crazy.
December 1st, Dumois posted a blind item message that Sasha and Jenn were spotted holding hands at the Grove in LA and that she kept calling him honey. And then on December 4th, Jenn posted a series of images to her Instagram of her and Sasha, and she had a very long caption, but I'll read it for you guys. She said, "To my dance partner, I can't believe that 3 months ago we didn't know each other and that we almost didn't even meet. I've always believed in fate, but meeting you at the airport in one of my darkest hours and rushing to Good Morning America to start what would become the most unforgettable and surreal dance journey together was truly meant to be. This experience has been one of a lifetime and truly something I'll cherish for the rest of my life. But my experience on Dancing with the Stars was only so unbelievable because of you. Every day for the past 3 months, I've had the biggest smile on my face and my heart because you've brought light back into my life when I thought that the clouds would be suffocating me. September 4th was indescribable. The pain I felt left a scar, but you were the one who helped heal a wound you didn't make. Thank you for being who you are and for pushing my limits day after day. Thank you for choreographing beautiful pieces for me and for putting up with me in all the times I was down on myself. Dancing requires so much confidence and self-security that honestly I'm still working through, but the comfort you exuded allowed me to break barriers. I will miss driving to rehearsals together every day, dancing in the living room and performing with you. This experience has been the most sensational, remarkable, and life-changing, and I would do it with you 10 times over again. Because of you, I was able to find a love for dancing, and now I can't even imagine my life without you. I'm so immensely grateful you came into my life, and now will you please teach me how to do an Argentine tango soon. Thank you, XOXO, your forever dance partner. Everyone give Sasha his flowers."
Wow.
Very sweet. But dance partner, is that it?
I know.
Well,
and then she said, "Your
I found it-
forever dance partner."
Yeah, which is crazy because it's like, she didn't say my forever dance partner, your forever dance partner, but he's also on the show and he probably has had multiple dance partners before and he'll have multiple dance partners afterwards. So being your forever dance partner makes it seem like I'm like your dance partner in life type of way, you know?
Yeah. And he commented, he said,
Okay.
he said, Oh, thank you. You blossomed into a beautiful dancer. I hope we can remain friends and stay in contact.
That's such a like yearbook signing response.
Stay in contact?
Yeah, I think that people were like, are they trolling us now? What?
I hope that's just like an inside joke, or he was just saying that to be funny, you know?
Yeah. I think it was a
Wow.
joke because then she kept quoting that later on and saying, I hope we can stay friends in different posts.
But still,
again,
oh my god, she
yeah.
wrote this whole romantic thing, and maybe that's not the time to make a joke, but maybe it is, because again, it's social media. Like, we don't need
Yeah.
your whole monologue of telling us how your relationship is, but...
Yeah, and I think what's telling too is, like I said, the other pros on the show commenting, like Jenna Johnson commented, so sweet, love seeing you both so happy. So I feel like these are people with inside information knowing whether they're dating or not, you know?
I'm thrown off though.
I know, I was too. That's what makes it compelling. That's what makes a really compelling ship. December 5th, Jenn had to overnight ship her passport from Miami to LA so that she could fly to Canada for the Taylor Swift concert. I think because she didn't know she was still going to be in LA at this point. But then days passed and it didn't arrive on time, and the passport was seemingly lost in transit. So she
my
only
gosh.
had
Oh no.
she only had 1 day to spare, but she had to actually go back to Boston or go somewhere. I forget where she had to go. So she was out of town, and she only has 1 day to get her passport back, which she has no idea where it is. And long story short, she posted her stories that Sasha drives all over the city, stopping different UPS drivers to try to find her passport until he finally somehow finds it just
What?
as Jenn is returning to LA so that they can fly out to Vancouver together for the concert.
He has so much confidence to be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like driving.
Just say like, excuse me, can
Yes.
I look through your van right now?
Yeah, what? How do you even get
Yeah.
permission to do that?
I know. But like that's something you do for someone you really care about.
Yeah.
True. It's very heroic.
So they fly to Vancouver together, and I will say, you know, relationships, are they PR? Are they not? Amazon does sponsor their trip, as in they buy them clothes to wear for the Taylor Swift concert and for the trip. So throughout their trip to Canada, they're like posting stories and being like, these are our outfits we're wearing from Amazon. These are like our products, our travel products that we brought, our bags. So like there is some financial benefit to the relationship at this point.
But so many couples also do that, so I'm not going to totally negate them. Real life couples,
Yeah.
they just get sponsored and they do these things. So it could be a PR look, but it's so commonplace in today's social media landscape that
Yeah. I mean,
it's not
it
a total
risks-
red flag to me, at least.
Yeah. Like, is a relationship fake just because there is some financial gain from it? And I was this came up with my boyfriend, Zach, because this is such a much smaller scale. Like, no one cares about us.
No!
But we met on Hinge. And so I have been saying, like, oh, I should get Hinge to sponsor our podcast so I can tell people how we met on Hinge. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, yeah, you could be posting about it. Like, we could just, like, you know, keep like flaunting about our relationship and like get sponsored posts about us being in a relationship and motivate other people. And I was like, yeah, but like, I don't know, that feels kind of icky then. It's like I'm kind of, you know, selling my relationship. And he was like, I don't care, like make money off of it. But you know,
I think it's fine.
yeah. But basically it's like, at what point, I feel like Kristen Stewart used to talk about this with regards to like her relationship with Robert Pattinson, saying it starts to feel kind of dirty when your relationship becomes a product for people to buy.
Yeah. I can see that. I know.
I think
That's
it's a
why I
little
don't like
different, though.
Jennifer Lopez and what's his name? Ben Affleck.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, at least with that, they really were selling the relationship partially with the music and the movie documentary that they made. But
Yeah.
at least with Jenn and Sasha, I'm giving them so much benefit of the doubt, but they're selling other products using their relationship, but they're not selling really their relationship.
They are somewhat, because they also both started doing this thing on social media where people have to pay for exclusive content. So it's basically like paywalled stories and posts that they do. So like it's literally like having a Patreon but on your Instagram. So people like pay to see their more like close friends stories basically of the two of them together.
How does that work? Can people not screenshot or something?
I think people can, so it's kind of silly. Like I feel like I've seen all their stories on TikTok.
I've seen so many of Paul Wesley from the Vampire Diaries close friends reposted everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's kind of like, even like OnlyFans, I think people can repost, take a screenshot of something. But maybe people do it just to support. But also at the same time, like, yes, Sasha is on a big television show, but I don't think the professional dancers actually make that much on Dancing with the Stars. I think it's around a couple $1,000s per episode, and then they get more if they make it further into the show. But they put in a lot of work, and the season is only one season a year. So if you're a professional dancer on Dancing with the Stars, you do have to kind of like do side hustles and figure out a way to profit off of your celebrity in some way. And like, I'm not sure what Jen's financial situation is, but like a little over a year ago, she was just a PA student. Like she could have had debt for all we know. And then, yeah, she probably gets paid to go on The Bachelor and then The Bachelorette, but that can only go so far. So I feel like you do have to kind of get your bag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think that means that they're not necessarily together. I mean, Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas have had like 1 million sponsorships and stuff, which did make me question. I honestly did question the validity of their relationship, but I think they're real. And
I think it's so normal, and especially since they are reality TV stars, social media kind of goes hand in hand with that. That if they were totally normal people and then started doing this randomly, it'd be weird.
How would they do that?
I don't know. As I started telling this story, I was like, why would they even do that? Based on their personalities, I don't feel like they're the type to do that sort of thing. I mean, maybe they would. Again, I don't know them. But when there's people like, some certain YouTubers like Logan Paul or Jake Paul or Tana Mogo or something, if they were doing stuff like that, it's like, okay, obviously they're just doing it for the clout. Sure, the money's the benefit, but I wouldn't say that's probably their only motivator.
Yeah, I think honestly, it reminds me of when you're super new in a relationship and you just can't get enough of that person and you want to show them off. It does seem like they're just like so excited and caught up in it. Which takes me to the next video. This is not something that you guys, unfortunately, our listeners can hear because it's not like talking, but they do a dance while they're in Vancouver. They had stopped people on the street and asked them to film this for TikTok or Instagram. So that is the next clip.
That was cute, though.
That's so cute. The song's Lover.
Yeah.
Very romantic.
I took that to be like, okay, for sure they're dating. And I think they are, because then on December 13th, Jenn had a big birthday party in LA, and it's very obvious at this point. Sasha stands beside her when she blows out her candles, and there's just a lot of footage of him kissing her on the cheek, her playfully pretending to lick his face, and her sitting on his lap.
Wow.
Lap.
And at this point, I feel like, okay, this guy doesn't have to be hanging around anymore if nothing's going on. You know what I mean? I mean, the season's over.
Yeah, same with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if their budget is, huge. I don't know what it is compared to Survivor. Probably bigger. I mean, they have celebrities and stuff, but so maybe I'm wrong, but all I know is the Survivor thing. And I know people online have speculated if they like get paid to hang out or something, or they get told to, but they don't. And we know that. And so that it is actually authentic. So yeah, I don't see why they would still be hanging out all the time at this point.
Yeah. And I mean, Jenn had probably spent time in LA when she was on The Bachelorette and Bachelor, but she's not like a West Coast
She doesn't live there.
person. No, she doesn't. She's lived on the East Coast her entire life. So she's really uprooted her life, and she's just staying with Sasha now, it seems.
Yeah. And also, I know they have a good social media following, and I know people are intrigued by them, but I don't think ABC would be shilling out money to have Jenn and Sasha, who didn't even place that far into the show, just to hang out.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Then it's December 17th, and Jenn is sitting next. Unless ABC, I guess I will say, unless ABC still felt really bad about Jenn getting dumped and that season kind of being a wash and the way they handled it. And so they're like, please make it look like you're in a happy relationship so people realize it was meant to be or something, or so people get over it.
I honestly don't think ABC cares that much. They constantly have wash seasons, and they don't care enough about those leads.
Yeah, maybe they're like, people are not going to watch anymore if they think that contestants don't find love, so let's add this twist. I don't know, but yeah, I agree. I don't think they care.
Yeah, I don't think of ABC as being like that sophisticated with their programs. I'm thinking about like ABC Family as well. I don't know.
No, I feel like ABC does not care enough. They probably should. They should be doing these kinds of things, but they just don't.
Yeah, because they have just like another season around the corner, and people are going to watch. The Bachelor has been on TV forever, so. Then it's December 17th, and again, okay, I have to describe one of these internet things. Jenn is sitting next to Sasha, and we kind of talked about this, I think it was last episode, where she has one of those filters on her forehead. Second episode in a row. Yeah. Kelly said
this is what happens when you cover modern relationships. You have to describe like these social media trends.
And it says, you will end 2024, ... And then it, a fortune pops up of how you're going to end 2024. And it lands on pregnant. And then Sasha looks at it and then perks up and raises his eyebrows and starts smiling at Jenn.
Oh my God.
And then
that's crazy.
She captions the video, I've never seen my boss smile so big. So they frequently refer so they frequently also refer to each other on social media as he's her boss or their coworkers or their roommates. And I think it's kind of tongue in cheek to pretend like they're not dating when they are,
I guess in a way so. On the show, he sort of not was her boss, but he probably was bossing her around.
Yeah. He was in the power position.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of. I mean, at the end of the day.
This is so weird. Yeah. I can't imagine, though, like, being that aware of people's perception of your relationship, Like, I've had jokes with who I'm dating and nicknames and stuff, but it's not, like, for what people think,
Yeah. It's very, like, letting people in. That's why I said the thing about, like, is it PR at this point? Because it is a lot. There is stuff, like, every day. So they do end 2024 continuing to post each other all the time. They do more cute dances. They wear matching Grinch costumes because his dog's name is Grinch. She even refers to herself as the mommy of Sasha's dogs. They attend a gala together. It's a gala for Asian and Pacific entertainers in media, and they pose on the red carpet. Sasha then takes solo pictures of Jenn. He looks really proud of her. They go to the farmer's market together every weekend. They go on hikes together, and it just seems like they're together all the time.
It was just funny because those dogs already have a mom in a way,
I know.
Right?
They used to.
Used to? What do you mean?
Well,
I thought they
I
were
don't think-
co-parenting.
I don't know if they share custody.
Did Mel
with the
say
dogs.
that, or you just know that?
No, Mel said that they were co-parenting,
I
or
said-
they were still a family. Is what
That's what she
she
said.
said.
She said we're still a family, but I don't know if they co-parent the dogs.
Oh, okay.
And I
just
will
assumed
say-
from that
yeah.
statement that they were co-parenting the dogs, and that's why I thought it was okay that maybe. Well, not okay. I did have a few comments, but I thought it was more reasonable that she was so still a presence in their life, because you would probably have to see his ex from their co-parenting of the dogs. But if that's not the case at all, then that's even stranger.
Yeah. I think in general, it's a bad idea to co-parent dogs if you break up, which I know it's devastating. And I'd never want to be in that situation where you go through a breakup and you have to think, oh my God, I might never see my dog again. I would be absolutely crushed. But I just don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, how could you move on from the relationship if you still have to see your ex every week? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, people have to do that with kids, but I
Yeah.
feel like the dog will be okay with just one parent.
Yeah, the dog will be okay.
It's sad. I mean, you could maybe watch your dog if this happens to one of you guys. I hope it doesn't. If the person goes away on vacation, watch the dog here and there, but I don't know. I think it's an unfortunate thing. But anyways, Jenn and Sasha spend Christmas apart, with Jenn flying to Boston to be with her mom, but then she flies right back to LA to spend New Year's Eve with Sasha. And they ended the year doing a really cute dance. So that's the final clip I want to show you guys.
Do you mean just a few days ago? this
Yes.
happened? Oh my gosh,
literally.
this is crazy. Okay.
You say there's so much you don't know. You need to go and find yourself. You say you'd rather be alone, 'cause you think you won't find it tied to someone else. Who said it's true that the growing only happens on your own? They don't know me and you.
This is a nice house. Just gotta say that.
Whose house is this?
I think it's his.
It's huge.
That was sweet.
Wasn't
Why
it?
did he just go on his laptop at the end?
Wait, I think I missed that part.
Yeah, he just goes back onto his laptop or tablet or something.
So basically, for the listeners, because they don't know what video is, it's a wide angle, very far away, in Sasha's house. I guess it's very modern and spacious, but like wooden, well, white ceilings and white walls, but like some wooden beams and wooden floor, and they're dancing together. And
It's a great dance. They dance well together.
It looks like he kissed her hand. Did that happen?
He kissed her cheek.
I think so. And then at the end, also, I think kissed her hand.
Yeah, or her shoulder or something. It was cute.
Yeah, it's very like romantic too. Grow as we go. is the
Yeah, and then at the end
song.
he goes back onto his like tablet.
But does he actually kiss her cheek? It looks like he goes in, but then she like pulls away right at the same time.
It's too far away that you really can't tell. But that's what it looks like.
That would be so fun to have like a new relationship and they're teaching you how to dance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just something that you can
Dancing all
just
the
do. They're just dancing. That's so sweet.
But
Very cute.
yeah, that's their relationship. I saw like a day ago, I think he posted another photo to his Instagram where it's like the couple pose where the girl puts her hand on the guy's stomach, you know, like it's very coupley. Like it definitely looks like they're together.
What do you mean the couple pose?
No, it's like a couple pose, like, you know,
Oh,
the couple pose that includes this, you know, but
like a common couple pose.
Yes.
I didn't know if this was like a meme or something.
no. It's just like you
Okay.
wouldn't
Yeah,
pose You would not pose with your father in this way, you know?
Yeah. She's a hand on his stomach, and he has his hand right above her butt, but not on it. Just where her butt meets her back, kind of on the slope.
The slope. The slope of her back. The small of her back.
Yes.
As they always say in books.
Yes.
Wow.
But yeah, what's going to happen? We don't know. Like, Jen did post to her TikTok, I think a couple weeks ago, about how she plans to go back to PA school. So how does that line up with, you know, Sasha wanting kids? Is she going to stay in LA?
I thought she finished.
She never finished.
Oh.
So, I mean, that's the kind of weird thing about these shows, these reality shows, is a lot of the contestants on The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, are very well educated and have very successful jobs. I mean, sometimes like they might be like unemployed or whatever, but like usually they're people who are like in the middle of something that they've dedicated a lot of time to. So I can't imagine going through all that school and then it's like, okay, well, am I now just going to be like an influencer, or am I going to finish this?
I know, yeah. Mm-hmm. I kind of hope she finishes it.
Yeah.
I bet she will, but
I feel like she can't do that forever.
no. I mean, people can be a physician assistant and have a family, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. People can even be in school and have a family.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they
Okay,
do have an age difference. She's 27. I think he might be 39. But I mean,
Who cares?
it's fine.
I'm
Yeah,
on
I
his
know. I
story
think
right
it's
now.
fine.
Sorry. I'm literally on his story right now, and it does seem like they live together.
Yeah, they do actually. I forgot to mention
Wow.
when she posted that dance. She said perks of living with your dance partner.
I don't like that they keep referring to each other as dance partner. I want this to be like completely cut and dry.
I know.
Hopefully soon. I want to know if they're together.
I think
But
they
that
are.
was really exciting, Mel.
I know.
I would be devastated if not.
Oh, they're
I
so
just-
cute.
I know. I love the story of it. Like, I love that she's heartbroken. He's bummed. He's not going to be on the show. And then just suddenly you have 45 minutes to get to the airport. And then they fall
That's
in
like
love.
a rom-com or something.
I
Seriously.
know.
Actually, when they were in Vancouver, too, he posted a photo of them together. And I forgot. Or, no, what was it? He posted some Instagram where he said, living in a real life Notting Hill.
It's like fate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Well,
so,
what I just
so
watched
cute.
on his story, which was 5 seconds ago, that he posted today, apparently, she was running up the stairs, and it looked like to their bed or maybe to their couch, but he was
Whoa.
sitting on the couch in blankets, or maybe in the bed in blankets, and they were doing the red light, green light, game, but also from Squid Game as well. And she was like running to like get to him, and he was doing red light, and she was like, please, can I come like sit with you or lay with you? And then he would do green light, and then she'd run a little bit, and then he'd say red light, and it just looked so cute. I was like, oh my god.
That's so
They must be.
cute.
They
Oh
must
yeah.
be.
Oh yeah. I forgot to also mention when they went to Vancouver for the Taylor Swift concert, they posted videos in their hotel room, and there was only one bed in the background. But it was definitely
Scandalous.
both of them were staying in the hotel room because they were showing off all their products that were in the room.
Wow. Very cute, Mel.
Yeah,
Very
I'm
sweet.
they're my ship right now of the year, so I'm rooting for them.
I didn't even know who they were. I have never watched these shows really, but I ship
Has
it.
anyone written fan fiction for them yet?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe.
Let me see.
Wonder if any other podcast has spoken about them yet.
Maybe
I always search.
Dancing with the Stars type podcast or Bachelor
Yeah,
podcast. I bet.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. I'm looking on Apple Podcasts. I don't see anything.
The only thing I
Farber.
need to say is he needs a new hairstyle.
Why? What's wrong with it?
I don't like the way he styles his hair. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think it can get a little unruly sometimes.
I think it's better if it's unruly. When it's really styled, I think that's when it's at its worst.
You
I've
think
only
it's
seen
too
the pictures
long?
Mel sent us.
It's not too long. It just really stands up from his forehead. It's just odd.
Yeah, it is like gelled upwards.
Yeah.
I think he's an attractive man, though.
I didn't say that. I just said he needs a new hairstyle. Well, I'll send a
Well,
picture.
you know, he's in showbiz. I feel like for whatever reason, dancers style their hair like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just making sense to me.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. It is up.
It's kind of like a superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're cute. Thank you, Mel.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Thank you. I will say next week's episode is less wholesome. It's less happy, less romantic comedy. You might think going into it that it might
That's
be
okay.
a romantic comedy because of the people who are in it. You might associate them with romantic comedies. But the story itself is quite scandalous. It does involve cheating, and it takes place across the pond and in England. And that's all I will say about that.
Wow. I don't even know if I know who it is.
You do, I told you.
I remember. I'm pumped. Well, thank you so much, Mel, and thank you to
Yes.
everybody who listened.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys.
And we'll get back together next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me